And we're off. Stanislaus in the red with the black stripes. They'll be going from right to left on your screen. A little bit of a breeze from the ocean. That'll favor the Otters. Sargent gets close to that, but it's knocked out by Carbajal. And up towards us. And we were looking at the lineup. This is a very strong side, except for Alam Bedoya. Everybody back who was a CCA watch player, everybody back who we expected was, a lot of experience. And look at that, Ponce and Sanchez holding it down as center backs for Monterey Bay in a four-man backfield.
And it's a great thing that Ponce got that experience last season too, Greg, because when he first joined the Otters back in 21, I felt like he was going to be the replacement for Adrian Rebelliard, who was an attack-minded midfielder. I mean, he was just vicious in his control. And Ponce has, he was able to really adapt to a new position and has really called that position his.
Warriors with a free kick. Ball put into play by Cuellar. Knocked out. That'll be a throw-in for Stanislaus. All the way back to Ramirez, and he'll go back to the goalkeeper. You know what? I didn't get that number on my sheet. Now I got to go back and check.
What, number one? Angel Ruiz Hernandez?
Ruiz Hernandez. Okay, I got to do a circle.
I mean, so far, Greg, he's been the Warriors' goalkeeper. I mean, he has started all 9 matches that the Warriors have played this season. And, I mean, just like these Warriors, they had a really good preseason, getting some big wins out in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah, nice little road trip.
Here's Giannis putting the pressure.
Oh, he almost got blocked by Comerling. And this is going to be trouble. It goes off Mason Ward. It'll be Warriors ball.
Fantastic pressure from Comerling, not just assuming that Ruiz Hernandez was just going to get rid of that ball. He just continued that pressure. He got up in there, and luckily for Ruiz Hernandez, it went out for a Warrior throw-in.
Stanislaus has the advantage on these Otters. They're 10. Our record is 10, 17, and 6 since 1977. The last 10, 4, 4, and 2. So a little bit more favorable. But boy, did they used to come in and just wax us. Both the men's and women's programs very strong. Okiria Boa swings it out. This looks like Ozaguera Mesa. Nope, that's Vasquez Acosta on the far side.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point. What Stanislaus has the. Oh, here's.
Nice clearance. That was Yepes.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The Otters have a clear disadvantage, historically speaking, against these Warriors. But the last win that Stanislaus has had against Monterey Bay was back in 2021. It was a 3-1 win in Turlock. But since then, the Otters have really started changing.
This ball in from Vargas Rios off and just go over the face of goal. Mason Ward will get to it. What a run from Vargas Rios. Ozaguera Mesa, back to Ponce. Otters will start this up again. So far, a couple of attacking options for Monterey Bay. Sanchez looks for his options. He'll go to Ozaguera Mesa. Chests it down. Try to go inside to Comerling. Back to Ward. And just through the legs. But it goes off a Warrior. It'll be Monterey Bay ball.
Oh, for a second there, I thought Mason was going to get on that far post on that fantastic run from Vargas Rios. But Ruiz Hernandez getting a good hand on it.
Ball in from Ponce, headed out. Oh, but off, and Kane, goal! It's 1-0 in Seaside. Kane Ritchie jumped on that.
Big Kane Ritchie finally breaking his duck, Greg. Finally getting on the score sheet. Alert, present. It's really unfortunate for these Warriors who, for a second, thought they were going to clear the ball out, only for it to fall to Kane Ritchie, who all he has to do is put it in the back of the net. And indeed he does.
He was just outside the 6. The ball fell right to him when it glanced off of a Warrior, and he left no stone unturned. It went right in the back of the net. Ruiz Hernandez had no choice.
You know what, Greg? that goal looked quite similar to the one that they gave up against the Golden Eagles of Cal State LA, where it was a corner kick, I believe, and it bounced off a Warrior player who was standing in the goal line. All the Golden Eagles had to do was kick it in, and in this case, it's no different. It bounced off a Warrior defender, and all Kane Ritchie has to do, the Philly boy, is kick it in.
And of course, that is training ground practice all day, every day, and Kane Ritchie's not going to miss from there.
No, and in fact, that's what they were practicing all for the last half hour, was just putting the ball in the back of the net.
It was a great ball in from Ponce, who had the presence of mind to know that he had some people in there. He just didn't expect it would Pikachu and then wind up in front of Kane Ritchie.
Did you say Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
It's
okay.
Japanese pinball, man. You got to work on your reference.
Well, Pikachu is also Japanese.
That's true.
Well, the other tall was in there was number 27, Will Sargent.
Yep.
He's got a lot of height. He's probably 6'1", 6'2", just a lot of big boys on this team, Greg. And we've seen him jump up and head the ball in.
We've also seen him make himself clear, get in and get off his defender and become available. He's that kind of a player.
And what that actually allows, Greg, when you have a nuisance like that, it draws attention to you, drawing attention away from your co-attacker, in this case, Ritchie, who, again, wide open, leaves these Warriors stunned.
So thrown on the far side in front of N3. Got a gentle breeze coming off the Pacific to your left. Just a beautiful day. It's going to be a great evening. We got the women coming up at 7.
Greg, were you here in the morning?
On campus, no.
Yeah, no. Well, that's right.
But it was
wet.
It was wet and
foggy.
Cold and foggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Central California.
Oh yeah. I people were telling me, oh, I can't stand this weather. It's so cold. Give it a few hours.
Yeah,
the sun will come out. Exactly. And indeed, it came out. Hello, sunshine.
The swing to Ponce. He looked to play the drop to Mativi, who's getting his 5th starting goal after getting his first collegiate against number 21 UH Hilo. And so far, he's impressed the coaching staff.
Oh, Mativi, what a match against UH Hilo. It was the saves he had.
Oh, he had a couple that are going to go in his highlight reel. Vasquez Acosta controls it. Sanchez, the general, into Juice. And all the way back to Mativi, who's playing up. Ponce looking for Comerling. Oh, nice flip. He's onside. And Kane is going to he just almost got it. But what a ball in from Janos Comerling.
Oh, it was beautiful. Just absolutely on point. Perfectly placed in front of Kane Ritchie. Here's the replay.
Just the one touch.
Oh, one touch. Did Kane Ritchie slip? Is that what happened?
I think Ruiz Hernandez got his leg out in time because Kane Ritchie was just going to put that in the back net again.
Yeah, but for a second, it also looked like Ruiz Hernandez also slipped on the ball.
Yeah.
To talk about two clumsy little moments from both players.
Oh, that was harsh. Yepes had the run. He thought he was going to get it, and he got shut down. Offside position for Sargent, and it'll be Warriors ball inside the ombligo.
El ombligo de la cancha. And actually, Greg, the offside was on Kane Ritchie.
Oh, he was on Kane?
It was on Kane because even though Will Sargent was in an offside position, the ball was not played to him, so he's not involved in the play technically. Kane, however, was the one who headed it and came from an offside position.
This is why you're color and I'm play-by-play. And they'll start that one again. Right from the center circle. And the head ref wants them to play on. They'll play back to Ruiz Hernandez, the junior out of Keys. And the Warriors will try to get this back up and through. So far, the defense has been pretty good, but here's a good ball in. Ramirez loses it. Passed and ball into the center. Headed out by Sanchez. This is trouble. What a shot. Up and over. Mativi may have got a mid on it.
Was that number 11 Edgar Castaneda from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
California? Actually, he was on my watch list for the Warriors, Greg. In fact, he was the one that made the fantastic run to set up number 17 Semi Villanueva for that opening goal against Cal State LA. It was just a fantastic low-driven cross. It came with power, perfectly placed, easy for Sami Villanueva to just put it away.
Carbajal gets it up, and it falls to Yepes. Yepes, who's had his chances, but he just can't keep on the ball. No foul, play on. Comerling, Sargent, and finally, Warriors ball.
Yeah, that's a little tough, Greg, because this, the number 8, Alexander Cuellar, he is basically sitting on the ball.
Yeah.
And the referee.
Head coach Gramjap is getting a talking to from the head ref. We'll see if that's a factor. Usually he doesn't get the yellow. It's somebody else, but it's pretty rare. Ball in, headed out. That was Comerling. And from the far side, Ramirez. He gets all kinds of attention from Kane, and Ramirez puts it out. It'll be Otter ball on the far side.
Ooh, there's a little bit of a Spanish speaking on the Stanislaus bench. I like it, Greg.
I'll let you interpret. Hey, did you hear there was a second broadcast at San Bernardino, which is something we don't hear a lot. It was a Spanish-only broadcast as we see Kane Ritchie trying to go through to Mason Ward, and what a ball. And can he keep it out? He can. My goodness, was that Carbajal who had to glance at it, and then Ruiz Hernandez had to extend to stop it.
What a recovery, too, from Ruiz Hernandez, because he was completely flat-footed right there and ends up that ball, the clearance has such a wicked spin to it. It's going towards goal, but Ruiz Hernandez does a good job getting back on his feet and clearing and getting possession
Once they will get
of
this, it goes to Mativi. Mativi kicks it up and out. So I was saying that San Bernardino had an English broadcast and a Spanish broadcast.
Yeah, you texted me letting me know. I was like, hey, there's a dual broadcast. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I logged in.
Yeah.
I logged into Flow Sports
and saw. And you could hear, you had two options.
Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah. And, we can attest that's a lot of work to set up both and to separate, so you don't hear them both on the same. But you could just tell they were in the same space, but fantastic to hear. Nice from Ward, but still stolen. Out wide. Solares, edge of the box, goes inside. This is trouble. Solares got picked. Bow back in. Nothing doing. Ponce, and cleared out by Sanchez. But lots of chances for Stanislaus.
Wow, it's just a lot of Pikachuing around inside the box. Ping pong. It's like the Otters are clearing it. The Warriors are trying to kick it in. It's just going back and forth. Well, Greg, I don't know if we're up to the point where we can do a dual broadcast like that. I mean, we have enough trouble trying to set up one broadcast, let alone two.
Mad respect for what San Bernardino has accomplished.
That's
because
fantastic.
That is, again, a lot of work to set up. But clearly they know their audience, and that's fantastic.
Well, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, there's in California, you have a large Spanish-speaking population. You have a lot of these young boys and girls who grew up playing the sport and live in Spanish-speaking households. And so for their parents, their family members to get to hear the commentary while getting to see their kids play at the collegiate level, it's just a beautiful thing to see.
That was kicked back, and this is going to bring Ruiz Hernandez out. And he'll let it go out, but that was a little dicey. I think there's going to be a yellow card, and this is going to go against Villanueva.
You know why, right?
No, explain.
That's because he gave up the ball, or actually Ruiz Hernandez kicks the ball out. I
thought he kicked it out,
right?
Yeah,
he did. But as Oseguera was trying to get to the ball, Sami Villanueva just ends up kicking it over the wall right there,
right.
Delaying play.
Right.
That's textbook color right there.
Textbook stuffhousery.
Like it.
I'm trying to be polite on the air.
Trying to be PG.
Oseguera, Mesa. It goes off of a Warrior, and Sanchez will get this. Nice move. He's
in. Twice.
Vargas Rios. Okere Yeboah, little light, but it got to Vasquez Acosta. Yeboah will put this in. And that found the head of Carbajal. Ponce. Comerling knew exactly what he was doing. Vargas Rios, his options. Back to Sanchez. All the way back to Mativi. They'll do the switch. And up comes the bench from Monterey Bay. We'll see some subs here in a second. Nice side foot. Couldn't find Ward. Richie, it fell to him. He's still got the ball out wide. Oseguera Mesa puts this ball in. Sargent, weak, and it goes right to Ruiz Hernandez. Sargent had his chance. He saw it coming in. He just couldn't get his leg around fast enough.
I mean, he tried to just go for placement, Greg. I mean, it's what you want to see, right? You know, with this kind of play, you just want to make sure to put that ball in frame, and unfortunately, he just couldn't get the kind of contact he wanted.
It almost looked like maybe it was a little behind him, and he couldn't get all the way around on
it. The contact was just not what he wanted. I mean, right there with those, Greg, you just want to side, with a little scissor kick action.
Yeah. Hey, be careful. I have to go to work.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, I know you're gonna hurt somebody up here.
And I miss our friend Carlos.
Carlos, you can demonstrate on.
Yeah, he was my prop, and we don't have that anymore.
Francisco Ponce over to Alexis Sanchez. Ponce from Santa Cruz. All the way through to Janusz Kommerling from Dusseldorf, Germany. Doesn't give up on it. Gets the ball back to Sanchez. What a take by Janusz.
Oh, it's the German in him. And having been to Germany this past summer, Greg, I can attest, man, they love their soccer up there.
Yeah, Janusz just talks about the opportunities. This is Vasquez Acosta in the box. He goes down. Nothing given. Play on, says the head ref. Chested. Ramirez. Cuellar. Now wide. Ball back in central. And it falls to Yepes. His options, out to Villanueva. Down the line. Villanueva tries to go inside. Vargas Rios finds it. Kane lost it. Kane gets it back, and the foul goes the way of the Warriors.
Boy,
he kind of got sandwiched.
Wow, poor Yepes. I mean, he's got Vargas Rios, but then he's got Kane on the other side. I mean, that's a pretty
it's not a battle you're going to win
right there. Yeah.
So Cuellar will stand over this one. Similar spot to where they had their previous free kick. But also Villanueva is acting like he may take it. Ward will back up to Mativi's direction. Cuellar puts this in, outside, side footing, headed out by Janusz, chased down by Ramirez. They'll let it go out, and they'll get a corner.
You know, to get a corner out of that free kick, Greg, it's quite the fortunate position to be for the Warriors, because Cuellar actually kicked the ground as he was trying to deliver that free kick, and somehow it found its way through traffic and out for a corner.
Ball in, curving. Oh, and headed out. So close to the line by Sanchez.
Now, was that going in, Greg?
Oh, I think that was going in.
Yano standing in the far post, just like a
it went over.
defender.
It went over Mativi's hands, and it could have had chances to be an Olympico. Ball in, headed, right to Mativi, up, and he keeps it in. Nicely done by Sean Mativi.
Oh, and here comes Mason Ward on the sideline.
Ward, his options, take it on and draw that foul.
Oh, what a save from Mativi.
Yeah. Solares down the line. Looking to slow these Otters down. Janusz is going to get called for that. Nope, nothing. Wow, shoulder to shoulder. Oseguera Mesa wanted to take that. Again, ball nowhere to be seen.
I mean, these Warriors have to be, careful about that stuffhousery that you referenced earlier. I mean, Villanueva already got booked for doing some similar action. I mean, Yepes has to be careful himself. In fact, this whole Warrior team needs to be careful about that kind of stuff, Hauser.
And this is where, an early score like that just tests your team. You thought you'd come in and really make a mark. And you're up against a Monterey Bay side that is really one of the better sides and can get up to the speed of the game that we're seeing in the CCAA. And if you've just come off LA or you've just come off Pomona, you're ready to play at that speed.
And I mean, that goes for both sides, right? I mean, the Domingos Hills, they were the champions just a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
Who was the champion this last time? LA?
Comerling. Back to Sanchez. Francisco Ponce, who will distinguish from number 6, Jose Ponce, the freshman midfielder out of Vacaville. Comerling with the turn in through. Out wide, Ward. He's got Oseguera Mesa. He goes to him. Ball in. Kane couldn't turn on it. Still live. It falls to Cuellar. He goes out wide. The chase is on. Okera Yaboa. And it gets to Stanislaus. That looks like Castaneda. He'll go wide. He was looking for number 18, Solares.
Oh, and Solares was wide open. Absolutely no one on him.
And then Ponce had to track back.
Oh, I mean, if that ball was a lot better from the Warriors, we could be talking about a completely different scoreline right now.
Carbajal, who's winning those aerial battles so far. Richie would have stuffed him. Carbajal. His options through. Almost got Vargas Rios. Vargas Rios, nothing given. Back to Mativi.
He didn't touch him, Greg.
And that's a very upset Yepes.
He ran in front of him, and Yepes fell to the ground.
And he had Vargas Rios on the ground because he anticipated a pass that just didn't happen. Alexis Sanchez, who, don't be fooled, he's got 2 goals on the year so far. Ward. He goes to the edge of the box. He cuts in. He'll take a shot, and it just goes off the Warriors. Not a good contact from Vargas Rios. Falls to Yepes. And here comes Stanislaus. Stayed on side. This is Ramirez. Edge of the box. He gets around. He gets blocked. He's still on the ball, but cleared by Sanchez. Sargent, and we've got a Warrior down just outside the center circle. And we'll stop the clock. 23:38. Clock is still running. Everyone's wondering why we didn't attend to that player. Was advantage given? All those details.
Well, certainly play went on, but I think what Coach John Powell is arguing is that the center ref waved it away as if there was no foul, committed, even if he believes advantage was given. And John Powell now in his 2nd season. Did I read this? I mean, was he the coach at one point?
Let's look at let's look back here. The shot on goal for Monterey. We'll see if we can get this. Well, here we go. This is that last one that came in, and Kane got blocked. He was turning on it. He had his chances,
and it falls to Comerling. Kane Ritchie just falling back, trying to get a good shot at it. Couldn't make the contact. Also, he was pretty pressed by the number 5, Marco Carbajal, the Warrior. He's been a pretty solid presence back there for the Warriors. But it falls back to Janos Comerling, who just can't make the kind of contact that he wants in controlling the play. And now we're seeing number 27, Will Sargent, take a break. Coming on for him, number 23. Who's number 23, Greg?
Ronaldo Guadarrama, who has been absolutely hot for Monterey Bay. He had a beautiful goal against Merced.
Merced.
Oh my gosh, he turned on that one time and just put it where the Aranjas.
Arañas. Where the Arañas hide.
Where the spiders hide. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, he was piping hot that match.
Yeah.
As was Hugo Vargas Rios. Will Sargent got that beautiful header to lead 3-1, but Merced, the Bobcats, would not give up. Came back and
this is dangerous. Mativi comes up, out
tied
to
at 3-3.
Ponce banks it up again, looking for Kane and Carvajal's there. The turn in from Castaneda. He'll play the drop. Carvajal, he's got to hurry because there comes Ronaldo Guadarrama. Azaguera, Mesa, back to Ponce. Ponce through, finds Guadarrama. Ward, Guadarrama. He controls it. Oh, just couldn't get it. And a handball was called.
And that looked intentional to me, Greg, from Jose Ponce. I mean, that's the kind of trickery. That's that stuffhousery that I used to do as a teenager myself. Just
you've grown out of that phase?
No, of course not. It's stuffhousery.
Azaguera Mesa to Ronaldo Guadarrama. Guadarrama the back heel. Nobody there except Solares. And here comes Stanislaus. Through. Cuellar. Out wide. He kept it in. Castaneda, central, was looking for Ramirez. That's one that Vasquez Acostas won't be able to catch up to. Monterrey's had their chances, plenty of opportunities.
And they need to start putting them away, Greg. They need to start putting them away. The Otters have seen themselves in this position where they go up early or they get a score and they're just knocking on the door, knocking hard too, and they just can't put it in. They allow their opponent to get ahead of them.
Easily could be 3-0, should be 2-0.
Oh, definitely, right? We can talk about like all these ifs, if what positions, right? But that's what we're talking about. The Otters just need to just put that ball in the back of the net.
Nice from Vargas Rios. After a number of balls were up in the air, and Sanchez got a really good header to control things. Vasquez Acosta on the far side. He'll put this ball in. Central is Kane Ritchie. The header doing nothing. Ward will get to this. Ward out wide. Azaguera Mesa. But that's still in the box. Ward, chances. Vargas Rios. Ball back in. The challenge. And there is Ruiz Hernandez. And Kane Ritchie was on his heels.
Oh, on his heels. He heard him coming.
That's scary hearing those footsteps.
I mean, you don't want to get caught twice, right? And Ruiz Hernandez is doing a fantastic job getting out there and maintaining control of that ball. And that's the second time that Mason Ward has found himself in a very good position for a scoring opportunity, cuts to his left and tries to strike for that far post. And twice now he's been blocked. So this defender, and I believe it's number 4, Alexis Ramirez, has been reading him like a book. So Mason Ward's got to pay attention to those little things and do something a little bit differently to avoid getting caught on the same position.
Lights are on. It's 5 o'clock. You can hear the bugle in the background of the Defense Language Institute out here in the old Fort Ord. And number 15, Corral, is on for Stanislaus.
The Otters getting ready for this free kick and
off came number 18, Solares.
Yeah, I mean it's
this is a free kick. Yeah, this is pretty distant. It's the third on that side for Stanislaus. So far, the Otters have defended well. It's only that corner kick on the far side that's been really trouble.
Yeah, and these are those tricky in-swingers, Greg, that can go in any one direction. Now, this view is much better.
So this is Villanueva. 2-man wall for Mativi. He pulls away. Ball in. Fell. Inside the box. All the way back to Ramirez. He'll put this back in. Mativi calls everybody off. Nice control. Nice vocal.
Very vocal.
That's what you want to hear in your keep.
Oh, we can go back to our position.
Out wide to the left. Okay, Yaboa, little weak, but Comerling got to it. He'll go back to Sanchez. Sanchez, everybody up. He says, Ponce, wide. Alzaguera Mesa. Inside, he gets pulled down. I thought I saw arm to arm, but no foul given. And Corral makes an instant contribution. Ramirez, central. Cuellar, out wide. Ramirez down wide. This looks like Castaneda. Who's the overlapping run? Ball in, blocked. That looks like Vasquez Acosta who got there first.
Oh, yeah. Good recovery, too, because he was completely beat by Castaneda on that far side. And to recover and, instead of releasing a cross from Castaneda, it's a corner kick.
He read the overlap well, and that's a good sign. But here's this dangerous in-swinger on the far side. Otters have somebody on the near post. That's a good sign. Mativi off to his right. Ball in. Low, headed by Ponce. Out. Stanislaus ball in front of N1.
Near post this time, switching it up on Mativi, keeping the Otters guessing about what kind of corner kicks they're going to be taking.
Ramirez will come in. 16:43 left. Edge of the box. Couldn't keep it in. It'll be a goal kick. Good D from Vasquez Acosta. And here we're seeing Parker Gamboa, the sophomore midfielder out of Carlsbad. A number we haven't called a lot so far.
Now in the game
yeah, I was wondering, you and I were talking about like, hey, where's the number 9? There wasn't early in the season. There was no number 9 listed on the roster. And then a few matches in, this kid shows up.
Well,
I'm excited to see what he has to offer.
He played about 30 minutes each in a San Bernardino and Cal Poly game. He also got some time in San Francisco State, but we didn't see him all preseason.
No, I don't think he was around yet.
Ward, he'll go central. He almost looked for Kane. Kane looked like he was in an offside position. I think Ward read that right. Yaboa out wide. Vasquez Acosta. Nope, that's Gamboa. Vasquez Acosta is off. This is Vargas Rios. Don't give him that. And that's a good block from Ruiz Hernandez. Look at Kane Ritchie. He'll go down, try to draw it. No call. Alzaguera Mesa battling with Corral. My goodness. And Otters are looking to get this momentum back. Quick throw in. It finds Hugo Vargas Rios. Central, looking for Ward. Ward, the shot. The goal! Otters! It's 2-0 in Seaside. Mason Ward.
What a turn from Vargas Rios to side-footed over to Mason Ward, who will take no prisoners in that position. Strikes it nice and low, far post, in. 2-0 Otters here in Seaside.
The quick throw in, the momentum, they knew they had it. They wanted, even though they didn't get the call in the box and Kane Ritchie went down, they wanted to keep it going. And my goodness, Hugo Vargas Rios did everything to make that happen.
Oh, he did everything absolutely right. But let's start first with the ball, with the throw-in, Greg. Alzaguera Mesa, quick, splits 2 defenders with his throw-in. Throws it quickly too, strong, gets it to Vargas Rios, who does not stop the momentum of the ball. In fact, he uses it, turns on it, and allows everyone to try to catch him at that point. And then it's just a soft little pass off to the far right to Mason Ward, who makes no mistakes and doubles the lead here for the Otters. It's a great play from the Otters. Again, we were talking earlier about finishing your opportunities, and that is one you had to finish.
That's got to feel good if you're Monterey Bay. You've had so many chances in front of you.
I mean, yeah, the Otters have had, 6 at least?
Yeah.
6 opportunities, clear opportunities. Some just 1v1s against Ruiz Hernandez. You got to put them away in order to maintain this lead.
Gamboa with the steal. One top to Guadarrama. All the way back to Ponce. Osaguera-Meza going downfield looking for Ward, looking for Richie too, but who's there? Carbajal. We're going to call that all night.
We're going to call that on all night, Greg. And at this point, we're going to be calling Ruiz Hernandez a lot as well. By the way, you mentioned that he's from Keys, California. That is one town that I have never heard of. I had to actually Google it and found out that it's just south of Modesto, right off the 99. A town of just under 6,000 people. So they have some soccer talent out at Keys, California, Greg.
Carbajal, but it found Guadarrama. Guadarrama pressured, pushed off, found Ward, back to Ronaldo. Oh, just lost it. Foul's going to be called advantage, and it's going to be Monterey Bay ball. Free kick about 30 yards out.
It's great officiating right here, Greg, because Ronaldo, the official gave Guadarrama the opportunity to maintain advantage. I mean, he did win the ball, but he was very clearly fouled. And the second he lost it, the center official made no mistake of making sure that the Otters actually got possession of the ball since he had given the advantage that they didn't get.
Two-man wall for Ruiz Hernandez. Janos Kommerling goes back to the top of the center circle. We've seen him score from there.
Who has scored from here?
Janos Kommerling. Looks like Vargas Rios will take this. Ball in, nice and low, but headed out. Kept in almost by Guadarrama. And Osaguera-Meza will clear it up. It finds Ward. Ward, edge of the box again. Vargas Rios. The swing all the way out to Gamboa. Gamboa, his options inside. He's in the box. Pressured. And walked out by Cuellar. Sanchez. Vargas Rios. He gets stripped. Nice from Ramirez. Sanchez will get another chance.
What possession that Hugo Vargas Rios is able to maintain inside the
Ponce
box.
out wide to Gamboa. Yeah, that's playing a high line, right? Look at this move. Did they get the corner? They did.
What a burst of speed from Gamboa with a little step over, takes off with his left. Whew. And to not just that, a burst of speed. Did you see the space he had to operate in? It was, I mean, we're talking just yards, Greg. So to like kick the ball that far forward and catch up to it and still win a corner out of it, I mean, you're talking some mad speed.
So off comes Mason Ward, who's definitely put in his minutes, and on comes Cameron Belandres, who we liked in the preseason.
Oh, we really liked him. He scored some.
We liked his one touch from the top of the box. So that's a good like to like. Short to Sanchez and back to Kommerling. Low and hard, but he got it. Guadarrama to Ponce to Belandres, who gets his first touches, and he'll go in. Edge of the box, and we know he can cross from here. It's a good ball, but right to Ruiz Hernandez.
That ball was like it came in with such weird speed. It seemed like it was going fast, but not fast, but slow. But no one seemed to be acting urgently on it. I mean, Ruiz Hernandez seemed to just have all the time in the world to just let that ball come to him and him just pick it up.
The pressure, and it finds the Otters again, but stripped. Castaneda. He gets taken down, and that's not going to be a good sign for. Well, I thought a card was coming for Kommerling.
I for sure. In fact, I'm surprised there's no card for Kommerling. He's just absolutely killed the momentum for the Warriors. I mean, it's a great technical foul. He is fortunate to walk away without a booking. Hey, you brought your other sweater, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because it's getting a little chilly
It's
up in
gonna
here.
it's gonna be a night, man. Oh, you mean for you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
right.
me.
For you. Ball in over the head, but it found Sanchez. Vargas Rios got that. It'll be a Warrior ball far side. Quick throw, but looks like they're going to sub first, and we'll see Daniel Perez come in for Monterey Bay and Munoz come in for the Warriors.
14,
and Yepes, who's had quite the half. He was very active in the midfield. Got pushed around a bunch and almost had a couple breakthroughs.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably aside from Castaneda on the far right, Yepes has been the most active player in the middle.
And this is like to like. We liked Perez playing the holding midfielder in the preseason when Janos was kind of nursing an injury. So that keeps solid pressure in the backfield for Monterey Bay. Into the corner. Up and out. It found Carbajal again. Pressure from Kane. Pushed out. Riberal. And that finds Jose Ponce. Carbajal. Through. Right to Balandres. The pullback. And Alzaguera Mesa looking for Kane. That's more favorable off his toe. My goodness. He took that ball down well, but he was offside.
Well, no, he wasn't offside.
What was the call?
He actually
and a yellow for
and we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But what he actually did was he lost possession of the ball. Actually, the ball got away from him, and he was going to allow Sanchez to get him the step on him. But he pulls the ball back with a body part he's not allowed to use, and that is his hand. And he's angry at himself. He knew that the touch got away from him, and he kicks the ball away.
Right.
It's an easy booking for the center official to give. And it was just out of mere frustration.
Luis Hernandez calls everybody else off. Carbajal puts this up, looking down the line for Villanueva. Edge of the box, puts it in, blocked by Ponce. Headed out by Oseguera Meza and up from Balandres. This is going to be easy. This is Kai Martin who just came on. Kai Martin through, and that's an onside. Ronaldo Guadarrama, edge of the box, takes his shot, blocked, and cleared out. Nobody else trailing, he couldn't pass it. He had to just take that shot. The angle was not great.
Oh, the angle just started getting away from him. Like the closer he got to go. I mean, Carbajal was doing a great job tracking back, and he did. And Ronaldo just couldn't put the ball in the far wide the way he wanted to. But what a pass from number 12, Kai Martin, the freshman from Hawaii.
And we've seen him get those passes in the preseason. Fantastic player. One of two Hawaiians on this team. And Kai Martin, 6'2". Great presence up top.
Oh, and I mean, he's just not tall, Greg. He's just...
Oh, here we go. And he's on. My goodness, but he was off. No, we thought he was on. And Luis Hernandez came out. But the flag went up. And the bench roared.
Oh, I roared. I thought he was on for sure. Oh, wow. What a quick thinking pass. Was that from Ronaldo Guadarrama who gave that ball back? I mean, what a combination. I mean, first it was from Kai Martin to Ronaldo, now Ronaldo to Kai Martin. I mean.
Well, Ronaldo turned around, had the presence of mind to keep his head up, and saw Kai Martin was in a position where he might get a ball to him and keep him on side. Blocked. And that looks like it's going to be a corner.
Well, onside or not, Greg, it was a quick thinking from Luis Hernandez to get off his line and jump at the attack. Because even if he wasn't onside, he still won the ball.
We were kind of expecting Kai Martin just to chip it and see what would happen, but
is that Joey Chavez? I can't tell who that is.
I can't tell either.
My
ball
eyes.
In, low, but headed out by Ponce. Ball back in, and that's
Cuellar.
That's Cuellar, yeah. Player to watch. And we'll see the Monterey High and Hartnell product.
Who?
Eric Cabrera.
No, I thought he was Cal Poly.
Well, yeah, and there's a little Cal Poly in there too.
Oh,
But
really?
he's Monterey High, Hartnell, Cal Poly, slow.
Oh.
And then he came back to finish his final year with us. Good catch.
Well, you confused me because this whole time I was like, oh, it's a Cal Poly product. I didn't realize he played for Hartnell as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all those guys that these Otter sides beat earlier in the preseason, that very first match, that
technically it was exhibition. We played them.
Exhibition.
We played them, but yeah, no, that was. He got his goal. He reminded me again. He got his goal against UC Santa Cruz, but he played well in that game.
Oh, that's right. He got a good header.
He got the header against.
And then he got another goal. Was it Cabrera who got it in Utah?
Yes.
Yeah, it was him,
Yes,
right?
it was. Yeah. No, he played
off a Oseguera Mesa delivery.
He's played really well. That's a good block. This will challenge Cabrera. 2 on him. He slips. So does Cabrera. Inside. The ball glancing. Nice touch from Mativi. Oh, that ball was going in. Corral had everything. He had it wrapped up in a bow, and Mativi put out a left hand.
Oh, that ball was going in. At this angle that we're in, Greg, watching this play, that ball is definitely going in. And what an interesting case right here. Look, here's a perfectly placed
Look at that
shot.
touch.
Yeah. I mean, and talk about players slipped left and right. Here's a corner kick. Going to be delivered by Cuellar again.
This is going to go up and over. Mativi will punch it out. Ball up and over, and that could go in the parking lot.
No, just into the VIP section,
All
Greg.
right. Well, I'll take it.
But yeah, look, you're talking about the Warrior making the run, going up against Eric Cabrera. Hearing the footsteps of Alexis Sanchez, he slips. Cabrera thinks he's going to get possession of the ball, only for him to slip as well. The Warrior is able to gain possession, goes out far wide, just delivers a good shot that Mativi will not allow to get it past his goal.
2:39 left in this contest. It's 2-0. Monterey Bay up over the Warriors. Greg Poole and Eric Barajas here in the campus of Cal State Monterey Bay. This is Freeman Field, also known as Cardinale Stadium when Monterey Bay Football Club is playing. Perez almost got it to Hugo Vargas Rios. Ball out from Munoz. This is Corral. Central. Castaneda up and over. It found Sanchez. Martin got a foot on it. So did Guadarrama, looking for Martin and through. It'll get right to Ruiz Hernandez, who has to hurry it. That should fall to Perez, and it does. Warriors control. Vargas Rios, Perez, and back to Cabrera. Once again, that Guadarrama to Martin is just a beautiful connection.
Oh, it's been nothing but beauty. And had that ball just come in with just a bit slower pace, Kai Martin definitely would have gone into that ball. But with the pace it came, it gave Ruiz Hernandez enough time to just come and kick it out of play.
Sanchez up and over, looking for Gamboa. The chase is on. The shield, and he walks it out. That was actually Okiri Yeboah.
And that's actually, I'm a little surprised that Ruiz Hernandez just not pick up that ball, clear it out. It's a little bit dangerous.
Very close. This could be trouble. Get out of it. The press is on. It'll go up and fall right to Gamboa. The side foot to Perez. Back to Cabrera. The swing to Francisco Ponce. Guadarrama couldn't get there. Nice pick from Jose Ponce. Francisco Ponce gets out of it. Sanchez. 27 seconds left in this first half. The header. The slip. Gamboa will let this go out. They'll get a throw in. This could be a last play for this half. Monterey Bay takes their time.
10, 9, 8,
And they're going to go in with a 2-0 lead after the first 45 here in Seaside of the
just hits the top of the crossbar. Ruiz Hernandez doing a good job just staying underneath it. But what a run earlier from Richie trying to find number 27, Will Sargent. Had it not been from some good defending from number 5, Carvajal, we could have been looking at a 3-0 lead right now for the Otters. Ruiz kicks it off. Will Sargent puts it up in the air. The Otters are in control. Here's Vargas Rios.
We got a Stanislaus down, but Richie tried to get in there. We're going to come back and give attention to a downed Warrior. That's number 11, Castaneda, who's been really a presence for Stanislaus.
And it looks like the foul was called like several seconds after the foul was committed. I mean, the ball was on the other side, and now
that's a yellow for Vasquez Acosta, who just didn't like the way that proceeded.
Yellow card given to Otter number 16, Eric Vasquez Acosta.
I mean, it's one of those things where like you're just dancing around the ball, preventing the play from continuing, and you're doing it in front of the official, Greg. I mean, they're silly yellows to give away.
So Stanislaus will take this just past the half. The ball in from Cuellar. Good, deep. Ward got there, up. The challenge with Corral. Corral turns, edge of the box. He's being kept out. He tried to get in. Nice from Azaguera Mesa. And he goes down, and this doesn't look good. He's clutching his right knee. He was able to get the clearance on that ball. He's up, but moving slow.
You know, it's just one of those things, Greg. If I stepped on you right now, it's going to hurt, right?
Yes.
And you may be limping for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But you shake it off and keep walking and standing,
Yeah,
right?
you hope. You hope.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oseguera Mesa is a lot younger than us. You know, sometimes those little things, those contacts have just a little too much sting. Here's Will
See
Sargent.
that ball from Kane Ritchie. Sargent, edge of the box, top. Vargas Rios, out wide. The slip. Puts it in. The tap. And it looks like offside is called. But my goodness, chances again for Monterey Bay.
What's with all the slipping? Why is everybody slipping? I don't get it.
They didn't water the field. We know that for sure.
Well, I mean, don't their boots have studs?
Yeah, you figure. Yeah, Vasquez Acosta was lined up to give Ruiz Hernandez a real thrashing, and he just couldn't keep himself on his feet.
And it wasn't just him first. It was Vargas Rios who seemed to have
nice,
the ball.
Nice steal from Villanueva. Central, and down goes Sanchez. He got bowled over, but, man, Villanueva had a good turn on that.
Yeah. And earlier, going back to the previous play, Greg, Will Sargent does a good job finding Vargas Rios at the top of the box, and we've seen Vargas Rios rip him from that distance. But it seemed to get away from him, and that's why he extended out to Vasquez Acosta, who slips.
Yeah. No, real unselfish from Sargent.
And from Vargas Rios.
Yep. His options, play it back. And through, is this Ponce? Jose Ponce. All the way out from Munoz. Castaneda loses it. Nice pullback. Cuellar goes central. Munoz goes out wide. This is Corral. Corral, edge of the box. Gets the pass off, up and over. This will be easy. Nice from Oseguera Mesa, or Vasquez Acosta. This is some extended pressure and more possession for Stanislaus. And that's going to go Monterey Bay's way.
And it looked like for a moment you were going to bite your words because the Warriors were really pressing on the Otters for these last several seconds. Up until they lost the ball, Mason Ward stripping it away from the player. Or was it Oseguera Mesa? I get confused now.
No, Ward was down and he came back up.
No, and it looks like Oseguera Mesa is not going to be able to continue because we have Eric Cabrera.
Yeah, Cabrera is going to come on early.
And we usually see this kind of substitution towards the tail end of the half.
You're right.
Number 21, Alvaro Oseguera Mesa. It's number 5.
And again, he'll get some attention, and if he's able, he can come back in this half. But he goes right to the trainers, and they'll figure out what they can do.
You think they have magic spray?
Everyone has magic spray.
Do you have some right now?
No.
Darn it. What about that Pikachu? Do you have that?
I don't have that either.
Greg?
I'm no good. I'm no good. All I have are stats and stories and anecdotes.
And notes.
And dinner. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate
it. You do have dinner.
Sargent, the turn. Kane Ritchie. Slides in. It'll go right to Ruiz Hernandez. But again, Ritchie being a pest on that far side.
Being an absolute nuisance. I mean, he finally broke his duck. Now he's hungry to add to the score sheet.
Now he's had a couple of good goals. Let's give him credit. I'm going to look in my stats where he had the 2 against
Hartnell.
I thought I had it there, but no, he had 2 in preseason that were really fantastic. Right to Mativi.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Are the exhibition matches not considered preseason?
No, they're preseason. We just don't count the score.
Oh, we don't count the score.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to be too. Little bit of a challenge. Vargas Rios will start this up.
Cuellar and Will Sargent going at it for a little bit. Here's Vasquez Acosta.
Oh,
and
the box,
he's off.
offside. Yep. Didn't get very far. Yeah, the 2 goals he had in exhibition.
Oh, were you still looking?
Yeah, don't count. I'm just saying he's really. You're right. He did break his streak. He had the 1 assist against UC Merced. So this is good.
Oh, it's a great sign, and it was actually something that you and I had been talking about, and we actually talked a little bit about it with assistant coach TJ, who he just let us know. It's like, oh man, Kane he's as soon as he gets his goal streak going again, he's going to be a different player.
Well, and Richie had that time at Lionsbridge as we look at Castaneda to put this in. Mativi had to go to his right and scooped in it, but he watched Castaneda all that way.
Did you see the way Castaneda just cut past Ukiri Yoboa? I mean, Castaneda broke that poor boy's ankles.
And we saw that in the first half. Castaneda was a presence. And that's something that's a question that Monterey Bay is going to have to answer if they're going to keep this game at 2-0 or score more.
Well, so far, I mean, Mativi has done a good job keeping any shots that Castaneda has taken away from danger. But it's definitely something that fullback Ukiri Yoboa is going to have to contend with for the rest of this half.
Ramirez, the pullback and into Cuellar. Cuellar still with the ball. He goes wide. Ramirez, edge of the box. Yoboa, he gets a handle on it. He puts it out. Good D.
Oh, and did not let number 10, Jacob Ramirez. He tried to cut him the same way Castaneda did, but Ukiri Yoboa does a good job staying in front of him.
Quick throw. This is a good position for Ramirez. Kane got there first. He goes down. He drew the foul. That's a professional take by Kane Ritchie.
Oh, I mean, if you call getting stepped on a professional take, do you hear that scream?
And again, Kane spent the summer at Lionsbridge in the 4th Division in Virginia. Very competitive side. And the goals he scored when he got in were fantastic. But it was such a competitive side, he had trouble getting in. So he had some fantastic practices in some very hot summer weather in Virginia. He wanted to bring that all back to Monterey Bay.
You wanted to bring back that humidity?
No, he wanted to bring back all the work that he had done. And that's why I think we were sensing the frustration from him, from TJ Velasquez, and just this idea that he needed to break through finally.
Yeah, and finally did today. Well taken shot. If he adds another, Greg, the 2023 newcomer of the year, new streak is going to start.
Now, what was fooling me was last year when Monterey Bay was ranked 21 in the nation, they beat Stanislaus in Turlock 3-1, and Richie had 2 goals. So did Jose Madrigal.
Oh, you know what?
But that was what I think he's remembering. He likes playing against the Warriors.
And you know what? I have that note here
there
too.
You go.
Yeah, Kane, 2 goals. Who scored the other one, Greg?
Madrigal.
Chepe. I actually saw him the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he was working facilities, as we know he does. And he's going to be trying out for the Monterey Bay FC first team.
The first team. Yeah, as is a number of I think George Aquino's going to do that too. Castaneda with the turn and down the line. This will stay in. That's going to get to Ramirez. Ramirez, Yoboa. The drag, the through. This is a nice ball from Cuellar, up and over, and Mativi just let that sail.
He jumped, but knew it was not going to be on target. Does a good job just following it, making sure that it's not any danger.
And you can see it on your screen. I mean, Mativi's got his hand up right now. He's got the disadvantage of having that setting sun.
So
5:52 p.m. on the West Coast, and this is when it's really going to be a factor.
I mean, not
Advantage
just
Stanislaus.
yeah, just not the sun, Greg. The chill. Woohoo!
Yeah,
I'm
no.
getting cold. I can't wait to be back inside the press box.
So we saw Gamboa come on. We've seen
Guadarrama
come on, and Sargent came off. So
I'm not sure
just
who
trying to use that. We talked about this at halftime. Trying to use that cycle of subs to give the freshness and let Monterey really come on and get that extra goal if they need it. And at this point, it looks like they're going to need it. Castaneda got past Yeboah. Vargas Rios won that 50. Oh, the dummy, and it goes out. Nice idea from Cuellar, but nobody there.
And a good positioning, too, from Vargas Rios to know that both Parker Gamboa and Yeboah were off position. I mean, they were completely beat by Castaneda. But Vargas Rios is there, making sure he's shepherding the midfield, starting from all the way in the back line. Good soccer mentality from Vargas Rios.
Now, we may have talked about this first half. Stanislaus was picked 11th out of the 12-team CCAA conference. Monterey Bay, of course, picked
number 3.
The 3, and that's ahead of Chico, which doesn't that's Sunday's game. But behind LA and Pomona.
And Chico is number 4, you said? Voted 4?
Yeah, voted 4th preseason. Now they're doing quite well. And we'll talk about the Chico game more, but
we'll talk about Chico on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I have no notes on Chico. You do?
I do.
What?
Yeah.
All right, fill me in.
I gotta get ahead. They're playing well. Monterey Bay man down. That looks like might be. No, he's back
Ward.
up again. It's Mason Ward. Guadarrama. Back to Sanchez. The pride of Soledad. Yeboah couldn't get through. Castaneda's had his number, and Yeboah got him. My goodness, this has been a great matchup to watch.
Yeboah doing a good job recovering too. Trying to dummy him. We've seen that move before where he tries to cut in towards the middle.
Good shield from Comerling. He got pushed. Foul given.
And Comerling is up. It's a good sign. And he's got the captain's armband.
He does.
That's great. Yeah, but this matchup between Okira Yeboah and Castaneda has been quite the battle. Castaneda just working hard on that right side, cutting to his left, trying to get some shots on target, trying to make some magic happen in the middle, starting from the right side, and Yeboah just making sure that doesn't happen.
Sanchez into the middle and through, looking for Guadarrama. Didn't find him. And the quick turn from Cuellar. Cabrera's going to get there. Cuellar, a nice stop from Mativi, and he'll get it cleared out by Cabrera. My goodness. Cuellar still with gas in the tank. This comes down. Oh, heavy touch from Comerling. The push off, still alive. The foul given to Monterey Bay.
It was quite the heavy touch from Comerling. Very uncharacteristic, who we know can do a really good job bringing that ball down, but then does a really good job jumping in front of the player and regaining possession. Here we can see, or we could have seen him the way that he recovered. And I'm wondering, does Llano need just a little bit of a break? He looks like he's got, he's been putting in a lot of minutes along with several other players on this outer side.
Yeah, we should point out Comerling didn't have the full preseason to kind of get ready and warm up. He did come in with an injury. And so to say he's match fit for a full 90 is probably a little generous. And
now in the game for the Warriors to replace.
We'll see Kai Martin come in, and Kane Ritchie will come out. And that's like to like.
And we like this combination with Kai Martin and Ronaldo Guadarrama.
Yeah, it was working in the first half. And we'll see the two of them up top. And I think they are going to play a 4-4-2 for the most part, though. Yeah.
Looking like to me. I mean, we got our 4 right here.
Yep.
We got our 4 in the middle.
And 2 up
and
top.
Yeah. Guadarrama
And it's interesting. I mean, you
Martin.
expect a Vargas Rios to be your true number 10, to play the 10 or play the 8, and he's playing more of a holding position. That's where you expect Comerling to be. Shirt tug on Ward. It'll go up. It almost found Kai Martin.
And he would have been off to the races.
Munoz or Muniz in central. This is going to be trouble. Martin got to it. Comerling. Vargas Rios. He liked what Gamboa was doing. Gamboa, 2 on him. Edge of the box, tried to get inside. Still has it. Gets challenged. Nice block. Kept in. Yaboa go out. It'll be Stanislaus ball.
Good fight right there from Yaboa against that number 14, Yepes. And Yaboa having no choice, nowhere to go but just kick it out of play.
Yepes, central. Muniz, out wide. Ponce's got to get there. Kolar's going to get there too. Corral, I should say. Ponce, out to Ward. Ward through to Kai Martin. He may get there. Ruiz Hernandez had come out for a little bit. He's got Guadarrama in central. Couldn't get it to him. Easy for Carvajal. Who will boom it back out. Up and over. Cabrera. Sanchez will head it back. Easy for Mativi. He'll fall down, burn some clock.
He fell down?
23-49. Otters up 2-0. Greg Poole and Eric Barajas here in the campus of Cal State Monterey Bay in the town of Seaside.
This is my town, Greg.
We're not too far from the border with Marina. So half the campus is in Marina, half the campus is in Seaside. That was done for a reason. But this is the Seaside. Stanislaus looking to get out of it. It didn't. Guadarrama still had chances on it.
Just Pikachuing around.
Yeah. Having trouble getting it out. And here comes the Warriors.
Oh, just fantastic passing. Look at this.
Oh, they're cutting. They're slicing. They're dicing.
It's these beautiful
Cuellar.
1-2 moments.
And this is the kind of confidence you want if you want to get back in this game and score that first goal. Cuellar, 8 versus 8. Comerling gets him down in the corner. Comerling, he shields. Foul is called. Yeah, Comerling just has to walk away from that. What a battle.
And I'm not really certain what the center official was.
So I think what I'm hearing is the head ref is saying, hands off Janos Comerling. That's happened 3 times, no more. Because, I mean, 2 of those times he's been on his back.
Yes, and in his last one, he won clear possession, and the player's just holding on to him. And here he is
He's explaining it to Coach Sean Powell.
And, we've seen this happen where players get picked on, Greg. And I think at this point, the center official is finally seeing that Janos Comerling is getting a lot of the kind of love he doesn't want. And I don't think the center official is going to allow it anymore. So
he's getting some unnecessary shipping and handling.
Yes. He ain't getting shipped anywhere.
He's not getting shipping. He's getting handled.
Now the game for the Otters is number 7, Cameron Belandres.
So this looks like Belandres has come in for Gamboa, who's getting some attention from the trainer. Sanchez will build out of the back for Cal State Monterey Bay. Avery Edgar is on.
Oh, when did he come on?
He just came on now for Gamboa. That didn't stay in. Edgar, who was a
for Gamboa?
Yeah.
Wait, where's your Boa?
Because Gamboa came out.
Yeah, but Okiri Boa is also not on the pitch, is he?
No, he's not.
Where is he? I don't see him.
He's right there.
Oh, there he is. just drinking some Powerade.
So Avery Edgar was one of those players we'd seen a lot in the preseason, started a lot, got a lot of minutes. He wasn't getting that last year. Really just a big change for him, getting all that experience. And we'd seen him as a center back last year. Now he's playing the fullback. Just over the head of Guadarrama. Edgar will battle. Nice turn from Ramirez. Ponce. Ramirez back. Riberal. And Carbajal. He'll put this in play. This goes down to Yepes. And now it's Edgar's turn. Yepes gets around him. That ball will go out, and it's going to be a corner. Again, we talked about at halftime. This is the advantage that Stanislaus has had. You've given them lots of corners in this game.
And for a moment there, Edgar was completely beat. So you thought, until you see the ball go out of play and you realize that it was Edgar who recovered and kicks out of play. Doesn't draw a penalty, doesn't draw a foul. Make sure he gets the full ball. And like you said, Greg, this is an advantage that Stanislaus had against the Otters.
And this is Villanueva, who had that in-swinger we saw in the first half. Super dangerous. Had her backs, but just didn't get enough on it. It just glanced off of his forehead.
Was that Joey Chavez?
That was number...
Was that 8?
9 or 8. Yeah, I think that was Cuellar.
Could have been. You know, 8s and 2s look alike.
Yeah, these little numbers, man. Somewhere we got to complain to the...
Yeah, and here we just saw the replay
announcers
too.
Union.
We just saw the replay here.
Mm-hmm.
That corner kick. It was a good
Nunez back in. Cuellar, top of the box. Right to Sean Mativi. The Texan pulls it in. Another save for Monterey Bay.
It was a great strike, keeping it nice and low. But Mativi getting all 6'2". Is that how tall he is? Or 6'4"?
Yeah, that's about right.
You know, getting down on the ground quick, making sure that he doesn't get beat. Oh, just beautiful dancing from Edgar.
Kummerling will walk this up and out. It's going to go back to the bench.
Kummerling getting a little frustrated with Edgar. Me, not so much. Edgar did a really good job dancing around the ball, not losing possession. In fact, gets it out to Kummerling, but Kummerling feels like, hey, we just need to get this ball out and help reset.
10, Hugo Vargas Rios is number 18, Daniel Perez.
Don't think the sub's going to come just yet. Ramirez. Chested, but it went right to Balandres. Corral almost had a chance on that. Now Perez will come in. Vargas Rios will come off.
Now the game for the Otters is number 18, Daniel Perez.
So this is kind of like we said, Vargas Rios was playing kind of the holder midfield role, and that's what we see Daniel Perez play. But that should push up Janos Kummerling in a more attacking position. Munez, Balandres got there. Balandres, he may get through. Still on it, trying to side-foot it. Goalers! Are we going to give that to Guadarrama? Or was that or was that an own goal?
No, absolutely not no own goal.
No, you're not going to give it to him.
Balandres making some action.
Yes.
Dicing, getting through. Does a good job getting past.
Oh, yeah, that's all. That's all. Yeah, that's all Guadarrama. My goodness.
Oh, and you thought for a moment that Balandres was going to give the ball to Guadarrama, but no, he fakes the pass, goes off far right, and continues his run. Does a fantastic job holding off the defender and putting it in towards going for the shot. It must have touched the defender or goalkeeper, but it bounces really nicely for Guadarrama, who, just like Kane Ritchie in the first half, all he has to do is kick it in.
I mean, Balandres' run was exceptional. He had, a couple of challenges he had to just get guys off him, and then finally found himself in a position where he could side foot it.
And it wasn't going to go in, Greg. I mean, that ball just bounced in. If it wasn't for Guadarrama staying with the play, continuing his run, One
Yeah.
of those warriors, either Ramirez or Carvajal, could have cleared it out, but no, Guadarrama stayed on there. He was the first to it.
I think we were expecting Belondres to be unselfish and pass it earlier, but Belondres just saw his chances, and just kept getting closer and closer. Cabrera, Perez, Edgar. Went right to Stanislaus. And back in, Muniz gets pushed off. Martin gets in there. Ramirez, he'll control it. Ponce. Cuellar. Down the line to Yepes. Dangerous player. Look at him move in. Back to Cuellar. Yepes ran into a wall. Corral. He'll get a cross off. Got blocked by Edgar. Let me see if I can count the corners. This is either going to be the 6th or 7th to Monterey Bay's 2.
This is entertaining to see. You see, assistant coach, I'll tell you after this corner kick.
Yeah, TJ's way down there. Good ball back in from Villanueva. Headed right to Mativi.
And he fell to the ground again. Don't you just love that?
I love that. It's the professional move you expect. The soft throw out to Cabrera. We'll put this up. No.
Is this Gamboa?
It looks like Gamboa is back. Taped up, taken care of, and he's got some options. He goes out to Belondres. Belondres looks inside. All he can see is Ruiz Hernandez. Nobody there waiting for him.
Oh, what he tried to do, Greg, is just curl it over to all 6'2" of Kai Martin.
Kai Martin.
And instead, he just can't get the kind of crow he wants. It's one of the easiest catches Ruiz Hernandez is going to make tonight.
Stanislaus down 3-0 now. This is where we expect Monterey Bay to be with all the activity they had. Comerling, ball back in. Martin. Out wide. Ponce. Gamboa. To Perez. Cabrera. Cabrera comes central. Out to the left. Edgar. Sees Kai Martin, wants to go to him. Kai gets a touch on it. Martin back in. Couldn't find Belondres. Perez gets there. Perez. Martin. Belondres. Back. Martin central. Guadarrama. We've seen him from there. He still controls it. They'll go back to Cabrera. They'll start this all over again. Francisco Ponce. Instant attention from Gamboa. Gamboa draws the foul. This is the kind of possession you expected from Monterey Bay, showing all of 3 goals.
Oh, they're not letting the pressure down. They want to get that confidence up, Greg. They want to start putting some more goals in. Going into against Chico State, they want to make this a statement win, especially against the hard road matches that they had against Pomona and San Bernardino. Here's the
ball in. Easy for Ruiz Hernandez. Yeah, Chico is going to be a tough one. They're currently ranked 3rd in the West. And they're ranked
3rd in the West?
And they're ranked 12th nationally. So yeah, you need to get ready for Chico State on Sunday.
I'm gonna make you do some work right now. What's that score line looking right now?
Oh yeah, we should have gone to the. That's a good point. Let me see if I can bring that up.
We could have been talking about some other matches happening across the CCAA.
That's right.
Good pass to Cuellar.
Perez tries to get this out. It does not. Still dancing around is Ponce. Edge of the box. Ball in, up and over. That's a satellite.
Did you say it hit a satellite?
No, it
That's
became
really
it became a satellite.
That's even worse. Why you got to be so mean, Greg? These players are trying their best, working hard. Motivi wasting as much time as possible. Now getting the attention from the center ref, telling him to hurry up. Let's start this match. And guess who made their arrival here at Carolina Stadium?
We'll see them up at 7 o'clock. It's the Cal State Monterey Bay women's team. Yeah, Chico State a final at San Francisco. Chico 2, San Francisco State 0. And San Bernardino beat San Marcos 2-1 down in San Marcos. No score out of Cal Poly East Bay. That should have started at 4:30. And nothing from Sonoma and Cal State LA or Humboldt and Dominguez Hills. Don't know. We got those scores because those all started.
Oh, they're all starting.
They all started when we started. So,
what if you open Flow Sports?
Yeah, just watch them all in a giant
simultaneously.
Screen. Yeah, that would be awesome. Carbajal trying to make something happen for these Warriors. And they've had their chances to break through. And here's another one. Corral, back central. The turn. Nice steal from Comerling. Guadarrama. He got past one. Balandres will get on this one. The tap, up and over. Can he keep it in? He does. Cuellar. Central, Ponce. The turn. Yepes. Yepes through. Nobody to go to. He has to go back. Castaneda. Edgar challenges him. That goes right to Sanchez. Sanchez is fine with that. Oh, that's sloppy. Castaneda in the side of the box. The block. Nice from Cabrera. Saved his goalie. Nice takedown from Guadarrama. He'll pick up a foul. Wow, Cabrera stepped up for Motivi.
Using all of that soccer knowledge he brought from Hartnell, from Cal Poly Pomona, standing his ground, sticking his big old foot in the way because right behind him was a Warrior waiting for that pass. Uncharacteristic mistake from Sanchez. But,
yeah, he did. It was a soft pass back.
And while I'm not condoning making those kinds of mistakes, it's good to know that you have a backup like Cabrera back there ready to help you out in case you do.
Edgar, nice touch. And through to Balandres. Balandres, edge the box. He's got Kai Martin. He's got Gamboa. Ball back in. Martin. The shot from Perez, and he booms it.
Oh, Kai Martin using all his strength to keep possession.
As a target striker.
As a target striker. And trying to find Daniel Perez making the run.
Is number 14, Yomar Munaf.
So Munaf is going to come on. He did play this summer with Monterey Bay Football Club too, and he's had a few appearances so far in the preseason, but we haven't seen him at all so far.
That's not Yomar Munaf. That's George Aquino.
That's not George Aquino. Don't do that. Don't mix up numbers from last year with numbers from this year. It's not fair.
Well, he looks just like him too.
No. And so he'll provide speed up top. It's interesting because he's played the midfield before. Janos will get on this one. Back to Cabrera. And we're seeing Kane Ritchie get ready to come back in. He might give Kai Martin a spell. Nothing doing. Fell right to Ramirez. Ponce through, right to Gamboa. Gamboa out wide to Francisco Ponce. Francisco Ponce, the pride of Santa Cruz. Right to Ramirez. Up and over, looking for Castaneda. Found Edgar. Balandres. Couldn't get it to Munaf. 9:04 left in this match. It's 3-0. Monterey Bay up over Stanislaus. An important home win for Monterey Bay, who's going to see Chico on Sunday. And that's going to be a match, Eric.
It's going to be an exciting one.
I mean, besides getting to see Cal State LA later in the season, that's going to be it's going to be an amazing test for Monterey Bay, but it's going to be a really fun match to call.
It's going to be a test for both teams because it's going to be a real big statement win for either one of these squads, Chico and Monterey Bay.
Ramirez, edge of the box, Edgar on him. No man's land. Couldn't keep it in. Tough for Riberal.
Now in the game
And
for the Warriors is number
You may
20,
know this.
Tony Martin, and
Did
number
Chico?
25, Charlie
Did we
Galvin.
play Chico State
And now
last
into the
season
game for the
here at
Auburn
Away.
is
home?
number
It was
22,
away.
Kane
Away,
Ritchie,
and Richie
and
got the
number 10,
equalizer.
Hugo
And
Vargas
because of
Rios.
that tie, we got the 3rd seed in the CCAA playoffs, and we got to play at home
Against San Bernardino.
against San Bernardino.
Okay, so the last time we welcomed Chico State here was in the 2022 season when we made the tournaments, and Chico beat us 3-0. Here's Munaf.
Out wide, Gamboa. He'll get on it. Ball through to Richie. Richie's offside.
But either way, Ruiz Hernandez doing a good job getting a paw on that, clearing it out. But yeah, the last time Chico State was here is when they beat the Otters 3-0 in that wild card play to go to the tournament.
Yeah, my notes are the last time we've beaten Chico at home here is 2021. The goal came from Pedro Hernandez on an assist from Adrian Rebellar. 2 storied names in program history. Both are still playing pro. Through to Richie. He's offside again. My goodness. Good to see he has the speed. Just you got to keep yourself on side.
He's facing he's not just facing the assistant referee. He's also got a defender in front of him. So he's just got to do a better job just focusing on that line and not crossing and not encroaching into it until the pass is made. And he's fast. So,
my goodness. Ramirez gets around Cabrera. Far side. Gets around him again. In. Sanchez will get there. He'll take his time. Build out. Ponce. 2 on him. He gets knocked down. Foul. Monterey's ball. So 6:30 left in this contest. Comfortable lead, Eric?
Is it a comfortable lead?
I don't know.
3-0 with 6:26 left? I'd say so, but stranger things have happened.
Mativi looking for a clean sheet in this one. It would be his second, if I'm correct. No, it would be his first. This is going to fall to Gamboa. Try to tap it over, and Ruiz Hernandez has got to be careful because Kane Ritchie was right there. Perez, Munaf, he goes down, ball taken. Muniz, no,
Belandres.
that's Galvan. Castaneda. Ramirez blocked. This is tough. Galvan through. Nobody there.
There's too much juice on the pass, Greg.
So Laris will chase that down. Yepes, edge of the box. Too many white shirts. And out comes Vargas Rios. Here comes Stanislaus again. A lot of time at the 18. No, I think he touched it. But he got the foul first before he was pushed.
It's a real dangerous position to be in if you're an Otter fan, Greg. I mean, you're talking 21 yards away from goal. Here's perfect positioning, just gets a little too much love from Avery Edgar, who knocks him over. Belandres has no other choice but to give the ball up to them. Actually, he kicks it away, but not too much.
Mativi's got a 4-man wall.
No,
5-man wall he's working with. He's got his protractor out on this one.
I mean, he's got his tallest player.
This has got a really good chance. Stanislaus with their best chance. Castaneda. Oh, what a stop by Mativi! Wow!
What a strike! What a strike. Gets past the wall, but not past Mativi.
And Mativi read it like a book.
Look at this.
Oh, the power.
Nice
My
and
goodness.
low. And I'm sure Mativi, as a goalkeeper, you're always trying to think like they're trying to go over the wall. So you always want to have a step in that direction. No, what Castaneda does is just striking nice and low goalkeeper side.
Well, didn't we see that against UH Hilo where
Yes.
he got burned like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, that one, the wall split up.
Yeah.
And the ball goes through the wall. Here's Richie.
Vargas Rios, nice tap. Still in control. Out wide to Belandres. Ball back in. The tap. Goalers! It's 4-0 in Seaside.
Munaf.
I think it was.
It was Munaf.
Right place, right time.
Number
Let's look at this
14,
again,
here he
Eric.
goes. Oh, just a perfect pass from Belandres to Munaf, who makes no mistake. That ball had a lot of power behind it, Greg, and it all started here at the top with Vargas Rios shepherding that midfield, finding Belandres out wide. Belandres making no mistake, crossing it left, unselfishly, because he could have probably gone to goal. We've seen him dribble in, but no, instead he finds Munaf wide open, puts it in the back of the net. 4-0?
Jomar Munaf, super sub, right? Wow.
I mean, if you're going to sub in, Greg, for the final 9 minutes of the match.
But Belandres just had the presence of mind to get that ball in because, boy, what a run Munaf made.
And, and actually it started earlier, even earlier, when Kane Ritchie received the ball, or actually didn't receive it, he was applying pressure. But that pressure allowed the Otters to come back and actually maintain possession or regain it, actually, eventually leading to the fourth goal of the match.
The turn, Edgar will get there. The pressure, Belandres, it'll go out. It's going to be Monterey ball. 2:49 left in this contest.
What did you ask me earlier? You asked me.
Yeah, is this a comfortable lead?
Is this a comfortable lead?
That's when it was 3-0. That's a long time ago.
Now it's a comfortable lead.
There you go.
And actually, the point I was going to make was in 1996, the first season of MLS, the LA Galaxy is losing 2-0 against the Dallas Burn. Here comes one Galaxy player. I wish I could remember his name. He scores a hat trick in 5 minutes.
Wow.
5 minutes, Greg.
Wow.
Galaxy goes up to win 3-2 that match after. And mind you, there was only 8 minutes left in the match.
Ball in. He's going for goal. The tap, the clearance. This is tough. Nice from Vargas Rios. Stanislaus looking to spoil the clean sheet here in the dying minutes. Ponce and Castaneda. Ball out, corner kick. And they're going to hurry. 1:43 left. Castaneda will take this.
So who got the yellow card right there? Was it Belandres?
I think it was Castaneda or Belandres.
Yeah, if you're an Otter fan right now, if you're the Otters, you do not want to concede. You don't want to give up anything right now to the Stanislaus.
Castaneda booms it in, curling. Oh, just over that. Did that go off someone's head? I thought maybe it went off Cabrera's head, but it went out. It'll be a goal kick for Sean Mativi.
It did look like it went off an Otter, but I mean, the ref is a lot closer than we are.
It had a great curve on it, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've seen Castaneda make those fantastic curling efforts.
Well, between Castaneda and Villanueva, some great corner kick balls. Mativi will start on his 6th. Clock is inching towards the 1 minute mark. Otters with a 4-0 lead here in Seaside on the campus of Cal State Monterey Bay.
So earlier when you asked me, is 3-0 a comfortable lead? I'm thinking back to that 1996 Galaxy match against Dallas Burn.
Dallas Burn, yeah. Chested down and back. Carbajal. Castaneda and through. Ramirez. 10 versus 10. Out wide. Ramirez through. Galvin
10,
met up
9,
with Vargas Rios.
7, 6, 5.
Ball will go out,
4,
but Monterey Bay is going to get the win. A convincing